yesterday, I was talking to my mom, and well, actually, I was talking to my brother, and my mom basically, in a nutshell, was basically like, "You're gonna be lonely. You're gonna end up lonely. That's what you're gonna end up." Because I basically explained it to my brother how I look at stuff and viewing dating and things like that. And my mom said that I was gonna be lonely. She's like, "You're knocking on 40. You don't have a man. You're gonna be lonely because of the things that you're asking for in a man. Matter of fact, what exactly are you looking for in a man? Break that down to me." I said, "Well, mother," I said, the things that I would want in a man, first, I would want a man that has self-control. I would want a man that has self-discipline. I would want a man that is a man of integrity. I would want a man to basically be all of those things on every level of his life, not just one. If he has children, I would want him to be an active father, a great father, be honest with the people in his life. I also would want a man to not necessarily be religious, but I would definitely want a man who has some type of a belief system, because when you get to like that higher level in life, you realize that you need something to keep you sane. You need something to keep you going, faith. You need, whatever you want to call it what you want to call it, but you need something to keep you going. And she cuts me off and says, "You just said a bunch of nothing. Everything you just said, still, I have no idea what you want in a man." She said, "How is any of that stuff you naming supposed to benefit you with a man? Break down how any of those things you name benefits you when dealing with a man." I said, "Well, mother, I am wanting a man to be have some discipline and some self-control, because with the type of woman that I am, women in general, when they see a woman being loved on properly, or when they see a certain woman and she has a man, they automatically make it their business to try to go sleep with that man, throw themselves at that man, because they want to make that woman feel some kind of way. Or they want, a lot of broken women, they don't want to see another woman happy. And I know that I'm going to be an easy target whenever that time comes that I'm going to, put a relationship out there. I know I'm going to be an easy target because I talk so much. The girls are going to want to know, well, who is this man? What is he about? Why is he the one she chose and she need whatever? So I would need a man who would know how to turn down lust, turn down temptation. I don't need a lustful man dealing with me, because there's going to be plenty of women who's going to look better than me. There's going to be plenty of women who got bigger boobies than me. There's going to be plenty of women who got better bodies than me. You're going to come across that. I'm not the baddest walking, so you may come across better looking women, and women who might even be better in some aspects, but do you have enough discipline to not feed, the lust inside of you, or not feed and be around and even engaging in the temptation that's going to come your way? That benefits me, because then I feel secure if I can trust that my man has control over himself and discipline over himself. Integrity, I feel like, is pretty self-explanatory. Obviously, I would want a man who I can trust, not only in my face, but, when I'm not around. I don't want to have to worry about if I'm being done wrong behind my back, or am I, being made a fool of, or is there girls somewhere saying only if she knew and to just had her man. And I don't want to have to worry about that typical kid stuff, So a man of integrity, I would want a man to demonstrate integrity in his everyday life. Are you an honest person with everybody in your life? Because if not, then I'm kind of going to be looking at you sideways. I need a man that is just an honest man. I'm an honest woman. What's the problem? It's not hard to be honest. And as far as the belief system, I just feel like, we're going to need something over our relationship. God preferably, to keep us going. But I'm not the type of person who's going to force anybody to have my religious thoughts, because I'm not super religious myself. However, I do believe in a higher power, and that is what keeps me going. It keeps me with strong faith. It keeps me thinking positive. It keeps me on the right path to life. You're going to need something that's going to keep your mind on a positive path, because we are surrounded around demons all day, people with negative thought process all day. You need something to look forward to in your life. So yes, I do think that too would also benefit me. Notice the things that I named that I would want in a man had nothing to do with anything as far as money, no type of monetary anything. I named all character traits. So I don't know, mother. The thing is, it's all about character for me, honey. You don't watch your daughter get spoiled from left to right. You don't watch men buy your daughter cars. You don't watch men buy your daughter all the name brand shoes, the jewelry, the purses, the trips, you see me get treated like that. And that really didn't lead me nowhere. So now when you get all the flowers, the bouquets being sent to the jobs, and man, Jesus, you didn't see me with all of that. So now, as me being a big girl, you should kind of like the fact that your daughter is looking for substance in these men. You should like the fact that I'm wanting depth in these men. If your daughter kept on chasing the monetary things and the stuff that really don't have no meaning behind it, I would just be in a repetitive situation dealing with the same stuff over and over and over. I don't want any of that stuff in the beginning of dating. Had it, been there, done that. I am looking for character traits. Character traits is something that you just can't fake. That's why that's first on my list. Anybody can buy flowers and take you on trips and buy you all that stuff. That stuff don't mean nothing. That's why I don't want it. I want it, just not in the beginning. And dating out here, she said, well, you don't never let nobody get close enough to date you. You don't give nobody a chance to date you. Mother, I give people chances. However, I don't allow people to waste my time too long, okay? I know exactly what it is and what it's not. I know what intention looks like at this big old age. You said I'm knocking on 40. I know when a man is intentional and when he's not. You're not about to waste my time. There's so many people. The only thing that dating consists of now, Mother, is the fact that people are just out here having a bunch of sex, spending all their money on a bunch of gifts to make people think that they're being taken care of and making people think that they love people. And then that lasts for about 6 months and they're right back single, back outside, doing it all over again with another person. Mother, I'd rather keep my cookie jar to myself, and I'd rather just continue to be a value woman, a woman of value. I'm a purposeful woman. And so therefore I would need a purposeful man. Okay, Mom? Talking about some she hopes she lived to see the day that I get a man and this and that with all the stuff I be talking. Mother, your daughter will get a man. It's okay. She will be a wife. She will be married. You just gotta have faith. You're just too pretty to be single. You're just too pretty to be out here not giving people a chance. My mama is funny. Girl, relax.